Hi guys, this is Ms.Hong. Today is March 30th, Monday. Happy Monday, welcome back. How was your weekend? Mine was good. I took good sleep and rest. So, yeah, let's work. This is Monday. Alright guys. So, Friday, you did the radical function graphing, right? And then today, because you know how to graph it, so based on the graph, we will find the domain and range of the function. Okay? So, look at this. It says what? Because you already know inside of the radical, we cannot have negative number, right? So whatever you get here, that's supposed to be greater than 0. That's your domain all the time, all right? So from here, x plus 3, take it. Make it greater than 0. And then you solve the inequality, then you get x is greater than or equal to negative 3, right? And then your range is, it depends on the graph shape, but you know what? When it's like positive, here you don't have anything that's positive, then the graph looks like this, right? Graph looks like that. So your range will be greater than or equal to this initial point, this initial y value, and then everything's greater than or equal to that. If you have negative here, then the graph horizontally flipped, right? Vertically flipped. So the graph goes like that. So in that case, your range will be less than or equal to the initial point. But I'm gonna make it like simple. Okay, I'm gonna make it simple, but I want you to know how to do it with the graph. But like I'm gonna give you kind of shortcut. So look at this. Domain inside of the square root must be greater than or equal to 0. That's the domain. And range, coefficient of square root is positive. Then y is greater than or equal to k. K is you get this k from your initial point. Your initial point hk, right? From here. So domain is what? Always greater than or equal to h. Alright? Always. When it's not negative. But like in this case, you will get all positive value inside of the radical. So that's positive. And then for the range, that one, you get like y coordinate of the initial, right? So we can get something from here. If the coefficient of the square root, that means the sign of the square root, if that's positive, greater than that number. If this is negative, then less than this number. Okay? So let's use the shortcut. So look at this. Initial point. What's my initial point for this? It's negative 3. And do you see anything on the outside? Nothing. So negative 3, 0. That's my initial point. Right? Then your domain is what? Greater than or equal to your x value. Domain is about x value, your possible x values, right? And your range. Think about it, guys. So you need to put greater than or equal to or less than or equal to 0, right? You get your range from this point. But think about it. This one, positive or negative? Positive. Then greater than or equal to. Okay, so that's your range. So I'm gonna sketch this one. So negative 3, 0. So you go to negative 3, 0. And then we need to find our table, right? So negative 3, 0. And my magic number, plus 1, plus 3, plus 5, right? So then let's put that in. So square root of negative 2 plus 3, then you get square root of 1, which is 1. For this, when you put 1 plus 3, then you get square root of 4, which is 2. And when you put 6 plus 3, that's square root of 9, you get 3. So my point, negative 3, 0, negative 2, positive 1, and 1 and 2, and 6 and 3, like this. Okay, so look, my domain my possible x value, everything greater than this, which is -3, right? And my y value, my range, everything greater than this, right? So which is greater than or equal to 0. All right. So, oh, guys, and copy this one on your notebook. All right. This part, I want you to have it on your notebook and your examples so that you can use it on your homework. So this one, tell me what's my initial point. My initial x from the inside of the radical, which is 4. Do you have anything on the other side? Nothing. So put 0. And let's get the domain. Domain is what? Always greater than or equal to that number. And my range, look, now I have negative, right? Then your y is less than or equal to 0. You see it? This 4, 4. This 0, 0. Okay. So let's get the graph. So 4, 0. And you know what? The graph looks like this. Because that's my parent function. Square root of x is like that, right? But from the 0, 0, this is my square root of x. And negative square root of x, then that looks like this. That's negative square root of x. So graph going down. And you know what? When you do the magic number, it goes like this. 1, then 1. And you go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Then it gets 2. You get 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you get 3. Like that. So that's my graph. You see it? So my x value. Look at my x value. My domain will be greater than or equal to 4. And my range is less than or equal to 0. Okay? So that's very important thing. This negative. Okay, let's look at this one. Then my initial point. Here nothing, so 0. And outside you have -5. So -5, right? And then my domain. Domain x is greater than or equal to 0. And my range. Then to get my range, we need to do something with this -5, right? But you can decide this inequality from here, positive, then greater. Y is greater than -5. Okay? So let's sketch this one. So 0, -5. So you go to 0, -5, right? And then positive, so graph looks like this. And let's do the magic number. So 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more, like this. Okay? So your x value, your possible x value, greater than or equal to 0, and your possible y values greater than or equal to -5. Okay? Last one. Oh, I have 2 more. Okay. So my initial point, -1, +2, right? My domain, x is greater than or equal to -1. My range, y, we are comparing with 2. Look at this, positive or negative? Positive, greater than, okay? And then look at this, -1, 2. I'm gonna sketch. And this one you got 3, right? So I'm gonna make a table. So -1, 2, magic number +1, +3, +5. And then let's get the number. So when you put 0, then you get the square root of 3, 0 plus 1 plus 2. Then you get 3 square root of 1 plus 2, which is 3 plus 2, 5. And then when you put 3 plus 1 plus 2. So square root of 3 plus 1, that's 4. Square root of 4, you know what that is. That's 2, right? So 3 times by 2, that's 6. 6 plus 2, then you get 8. And for this one, so when you put 8 plus 1 plus 2, so you get 3 square root of 9 plus 2. So 3 times by 3, 9 plus 2, so 11, right? So negative 1, 2, 0, 5, 3, 8, 8, 11, like this. You see this? So when you get bigger number here, then the graphs like increasing more. So normally when it's 1, right, then graph looks like this, right? But that's 3, so it's more, that's steeper, right? It gets higher, faster. But the thing is, your range, there's no difference on your range, just greater than that, so greater than 2. And your domain greater than negative 1, okay? Greater than or equal to. Okay, my last one. So you get your initial point. What's your initial point? 2, negative 3, correct. And my domain, greater than or equal to my x value, and my range, just copy that one, negative 3, and then you need to decide it, right? Look, what do you have? Positive, negative? Negative. Then greater than or less than? Less than or equal to, okay? So 2, negative 3. So you go to 2, negative 3 right here. And you know, because that's negative, graph looks like this, right? Graph looks like that. So graph will go down. So, because there's no number that's 1, so it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and one more. 1, 2, 3, and another. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. Like this. Or if you get confused, you can just create the table. Doesn't matter. Alright? Alright. So look. One more time. X is greater than or equal to 2. Y is less than or equal to negative 3. Okay? So if you get confused about like this part, then you can sketch it first, and then you can write the domain and range. Alright? So today I want you to go over how to graph the radical function and then how to find the domain and range. Alright? Okay guys, this is it for today. You have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Please submit your work. Alright? Bye.